Do you feel like you're close to a deal on infrastructure? That you've significantly narrowed the gap?
I would say over time, we feel that all parties, of course, we have been, and we certainly feel that Senator Capito and the other Republicans who have been a part of that have been operating in good faith. Now, a negotiation, as you know, Steve, from covering a lot of these, is exactly that. It's seeing how much each side can come closer to the other. And the president has some priorities, including ensuring that we're investing in infrastructure of the future, and there are areas that are personally important to him. Making sure we're rebuilding veterans hospitals, making sure we're making electric vehicles a reality, charging stations, buses, et cetera. Some of these proposals have been in our counter proposal and the original proposal. And certainly part of negotiating is coming up in numbers.
And has he abandoned the plan to raise the corporate tax rate to 28%?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What the president believes is, one, that corporations can afford to pay a little bit more. And that's a way that we can pay for a range of the bold proposals that he has put forward. But he also took a look at these proposals and all of the tax proposals that he has put forward over time to find a way where there should be pay-fors that, based on their bottom lines, many of the Republican negotiators should be able to agree to.
Lastly, Israel seems to be on the cusp of a new prime minister. What's at stake for the United States here? Does policy change as a result of this leadership change?
We will leave, which won't be a surprise to you, Steve, the politics and the determination about political formation in Israel up to the parties there. Israel will remain an important strategic partner, one where we have an abiding security relationship, and that will continue. Go ahead.
Thanks,
I'll come back to you guys. Go ahead.
So just to clarify, is the president's position that he would be willing to do away with this increase in the corporate tax rate if Republicans agreed to a minimum 15% corporate tax rate?
Well, let's take a step back. The book minimum was in the president's American Jobs Plan proposal as a proposed pay-for. It was also in our budget. So this is not a new idea. This is a component of what he's proposed for a pay-for that he's lifting up as a question as to whether they could agree to that, because it certainly doesn't violate anything about the 2017 taxes. So that's what he's putting forward as an idea that he's asking them where their point of view is.
So he's saying it could be one or the other.
Well, no, he believes that we should continue to look at raising the corporate rate. That is a way to pay for a range of ideas. He's got a lot of ideas out there, a lot of bold proposals, including that aren't a part of this infrastructure negotiation. And he continues to believe that corporations can pay more. But the bottom line is that these proposals he's put forward as pay-fors in the American Jobs Plan, including IRS enforcement, which is also in our budget, of course, and this book minimum tax, are ways that, unless you think corporations shouldn't pay any tax at all, and we'll leave that to others to speak to, then there should be a way to find a path to agreement.